Woo! All right. It is the Mill Street Porter. All right, it's the Coffee Porter. Mill Street Coffee Porter. Beer brewed with coffee. And it's a porter. 5.5% at 341 milliliters. Balzac's Coffee. Well. Balzac's. Come on. Seriously. Alright. Alright. Oh, good grief. So I have drank one of these beers already, and I had a hard time coping with the ability to rate a, well, if you want to call it a craft brewed porter, this awful, basically. And these guys make a great nitro stout, and I really like their Tank House beer is pretty good and stuff. But I mean, just the aroma off this just pisses me off. There's kind of a nice like chocolatey type phony aroma coming off of it. But I mean, as we're watching this head quickly disappear here, I mean, of course, the color, you're getting a little bit of transparency through the bottom, you know, the mug a little bit, but I mean, nothing major. And like the head to disappear. And I thought, you know, maybe some porters don't have much for head, but some of them do, you know. So I mean, it's not just like it's supposed to be like this, you know what I mean? So it's smelling kind of chocolatey, and I am getting that coffee out of there. Yeah, it's got the thin body you would expect from a porter. It's got a very dry mouthfeel. And I'm getting a chocolatey coffee presence through the middle. The head's pretty much gone. See? Well, we're like 3 minutes in, and half of that was fucking guitar. So, and that's what we got on top. So, just poured this. Yeah, the finish and the aftertaste does it for me. It's just too, I don't know how to describe it. It's bitter and kind of all over the place, and it's doesn't know what it wants to be, and the flavors are just, it's either nothing or bad. Like it's breaking out between like very little flavor, then it breaks into a bad flavor real quick, and it's really manic and fucked up. There's a bit of sweetness all through the middle though, and I can't, like, there's such a dryness with it. I'm kind of wondering what the hell's going on. Like, how could it be that sweet through the middle and then that dry in the finish is really, it reminds me, the only beer I've had that's like that is I don't even know if I had a dry finish, but Zingu from Brazil was pretty insane sweetness in the middle. So it's kind of like that, but I think I like Zingu a lot better. Like, it's not all that bad. Like, I'm drinking it, but I mean, I kind of expect a little bit out of my porters. That's what I kind of pissed off is I've had some pretty kick-ass porters lately. This one here from Australia Holgate, I reviewed that. If you want to see that beer in action, I mean, that's a serious porter right there. And I did a Renaissance porter from New Zealand. That one was pretty good as well. This is, you know what I mean. So once you're exposed to that, I mean, everything else kind of. Yeah, no head to it. Very strange sweetness, and it is kind of like okay, I guess. Like I don't know. I was really hating it the other night, and like this now I'm just tasting a little bit better to me. Like there's a lot of sweetness, coffee, chocolate kind of flavors, and that like is supposed to. But I would expect a lot more head out of it and a little bit better finish. Oh yeah, what really bothered me is this carbonation in here is really quite awful. Um, it's almost tasting like a bottle conditioned like 6% stout or something, which isn't always bad, but generally, I don't know. It almost tastes like they could use something in the recipe's wrong. I don't know if it has something to do with the yeast or what the hell. It's just not quite sitting right with me. So, you know, I don't know. Yeah, way too much carbonation. Absolutely no head. So I'm guessing there's no hops in here to speak of hardly. And the coffee they're using is wouldn't be my first choice maybe, and I don't know why it's so fucking sweet in through the middle. I mean, I'd maybe mellow that out a little bit. There's a lot of things that I think they should just scrap this recipe and try a brand new porter, and maybe leave the coffee out so you can put a different label on it. But maybe you guys should try if I could just a regular porter or something. I don't know. I'm kind of horrified here. Like they just like go way back on the CO2 and get a little bit of head on here, and yeah, brewed with coffee, ball sacks coffee. I don't know if like it's not feeling good on my guts either. Like usually a stout, and this isn't a stout, it's a porter, but usually a stout makes me feel pretty good most of the time in my stomach and stuff. This one's not really making my stomach feel all that good. And so we're 7 minutes in, and I'm just bitching this beer out, kind of. Yeah, as for Mill Street, I would expect a little bit more out of their porter, but they also have a vanilla. The hell is it? It's a vanilla stout or something, and my buddy loves that, and I tried it, and it kind of tasted kind of chemically to me too. And I know a lot of people like the vanilla one is like you either love it or you hate it, and I hate it. So, and I also hate this one, but I really like their Cobblestone Guinness clone. So that's better than Guinness, and I really like Guinness, so that's nice. I'm not all negative on Mill Street, and their Tank House Ale, I'm quite fond of that type of like pale ale, almost IPA kind of thing. Brown-ish, I think I can't remember the color. I've had it. It's been a long time since I had it. It was like an IPA-ish kind of drink, and it was really pretty decent. But that's about all we get from them out here in the vanilla, which I won't buy that, and I won't buy this again. And this is like kind of a disappointment. Like no head, way too much carbonation, shitty coffee, and it's really fucking sweet, and it could use a way better finish. I mean, it just needs to be a whole new fucking porter. I don't want to ever taste this porter again. I want to have other porters. So I'm gonna rate this as as for porters, it's like a fucking 0. And for beer, it's like 5.5 out of 11. It's like, it's drinkable. It's not the worst beer I've had. It's not horrible. It's not horrifying. I mean, there's way worse craft brews out there, believe me. But it's not, it's definitely not, even for beer, I'm not really super happy about drinking this right now. And so, I mean, A craft porter, I mean, if you're gonna brew one, just fucking do it right already. And they should have tasted this shit before they sent it out the door. It could just be me though, but I don't like over carbonated, fucked up porters. No, there is positive notes. There is some nice stouty grains, like the dark grains are really coming off dry. You're getting a nice texture out of that. I mean, it is kind of flat and smooth on the way down, but it is kind of an awkward, fucked up flavor profile and all that. So yeah, what I give it, like 5.5 overall. I am fucking, and it's not making me feel very good either. It's kind of sweet and rich. It's almost like it's fortified or something. I don't know. I'm just making total accusations. I don't know what the fuck they did, but they need hops, and they need to dry this out a little bit maybe. And porters, like the sweetness in the middle, it comes off fruity like raspberry and shit from the good ones I've had. They taste like cherries and raspberries. This, it's trying that, but it can't pull it off. It's getting a bit of chocolate like that, but yeah, sorry, it's a borderline fail for me. Beerzerker. Sorry guys, I really like your cobblestone stout though. I will be buying that again, and I love that one. This was just not my bag. Maybe someone else likes this, but I don't. Mostly CO2. Fuck that CO2. Beerzerker, and I'm out. I ranted this fucking thing out for 11 minutes, and I'm out. Yeah, woo!